Legalized marijuana lights up Delaware, but controversy still burns. Plus, one of Delaware's largest companies is in some hot water. And if you own a small business in Newcastle County, a newly established fund wants to help you out, how you can take advantage. Those stories and much more straight ahead on DETV News. Hello and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks for being with us tonight. We begin with just released unemployment numbers. Delaware's unemployment rate dipped 20 basis points in March, breaking a streak of 3 consecutive months with stagnant unemployment, but it remains above the national trend. March saw a gain of about 2,600 jobs and 700 more job seekers in the labor force. The labor force captures not only workers and those receiving unemployment benefits, but those who are in search of work who are not receiving assistance. As workers stop seeking work for a variety of reasons, ranging from retirement to child care needs, they're no longer counted as being unemployed in the state. Delaware's March unemployment rate dropped to 4.4%, but still sits nearly 100 basis points from the national average, which fell to 3.5% last month. And chemical giant DuPont is pleading guilty to a 2014 accident that left 4 workers in Texas dead. Federal safety regulations were broken when a highly toxic gas was released. A federal judge in Houston ordered DuPont to pay $16 million in penalties. They must also make a $4 million community service payment to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. A former executive who oversaw the plan received 1 year of probation. Delaware blazes a trail as the 22nd state to legalize recreational marijuana, igniting celebrations among supporters and sparking debates over its potential impact. On Saturday, House Bill 1 passed into law, allowing the adult use of the drug in the first state. Delawareans 21 and older can now legally possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana. While supporters celebrate the long-awaited decision, opponents of marijuana legalization in Delaware are feeling burned. House Minority Whip Lyndon Yeardick voted no on both pieces of legislation, citing concerns about the black market and criminal elements that may arise. The representative said impaired driving is a major concern as well. Director of Delaware's Cannabis Advocacy Network, Zoe Patchell, argued that cannabis is a safer alternative to other substances. She says it's going to protect 1 in 5 Delawareans from stops, searches, and penalties for small amounts of cannabis. Although Governor John Carney did not veto House Bill 1, he did not give his stamp of approval either. Delaware State Police hope to remind cannabis users about the dangers of impaired driving. The Cannabis Advocacy Network is now calling on Attorney General Kathy Jennings to dismiss any pending cannabis offenses in the state of Delaware. Earlier this year, Mayor Mike Przicki attended the funeral of 85-year-old Bishop Aretha Morton and said he would like to celebrate her honor here in Wilmington. A few months later, he stuck to his word and has announced that April 24th will now be known as Bishop Aretha Morton Day in the city. April 24th is the day that Morton received her church-issued ministry license in 1959, becoming the first female Baptist bishop in Delaware and the East Coast. Morton also made history by being the first African-American and first woman named chaplain of the Wilmington Fire Department. The bishop broke barriers her entire life for both people of color and for women. Mayor Przicki says the city will continue to celebrate Bishop Morton's achievements annually while remembering the many reasons why Wilmington and its people benefited from her presence. The Wilmington Housing Authority has announced a new wellness checker program set to start in June that's free for residents. The Housing Authority residents could choose to receive weekly phone calls made by the wellness checker team to ensure that residents are taking care of themselves properly. The calls may include morning and evening check-ins, meal and hydration reminders, medication alerts, or just a friendly conversation when they need it. Mayor Przicki says that he and other community leaders are happy to ensure that the Housing Authority's Wellness Checker team receives the training, resources, and additional support necessary for this program to be successful. To help people who are experiencing homelessness here in Delaware, the 1 in 7B Foundation opened a new mobile hygiene facility. It's the first of its kind here in the first state. The facility features 3 full bathrooms, including one that is handicap accessible. There's also a laundry room with 2 washers and dryers. Over the weekend, the trailer was set up at the Calvary Baptist Church in Newark, where donations are accepted and handed out. A new revolving loan fund developed by Newcastle County, Discover Bank, and the Grow America Fund will offer low-interest loans to small businesses, providing beneficial access to capital amid a time of rising rates. Most commercial loans are from banks currently offering interest rates between 6 and 7%, but online-based lenders with lower underwriting thresholds could easily seek interest rates that double or even triple that rate. What's being called the Grow Newcastle County Fund will offer longer loan terms and below-market interest rates to small businesses employing between 10 and 500 employees. Eligible businesses must have been in operation for at least 2 full years, and real estate investment or development projects and financing entities are not eligible. Loans can range from $250,000 to $1 million, subject to underwriting guidelines and availability of funds. To apply for a Grow NCC Fund loan, a representative from the business should call Newcastle County's Office of Economic Development at 302-395-5969. A funding competition to help some local entrepreneurs is coming to a head this Thursday. The pitching competition, known as Startup 302, now in its 3rd year, is a funding competition for high-growth companies led by underrepresented founders. Entrepreneurs from across the country can compete for funding, access to mentors, and valuable connections. The competition is for tech-savvy startups with at least one founding member from an underrepresented group. That's women, African Americans, Latinos, Native Americans, and LGBTQ+ individuals. The final round of pitches will be in person at Theater N here in Wilmington, in front of judges and a live audience. Participants will have up to 10 minutes to make their pitches before answering the judges' questions. Entries will be judged on potential opportunity, regional impact, skills, and value added by management team, and of course, the wow factor. For more information and for your free tickets to the event, head to startup302.org. You Dance, the University of Delaware's 12-hour dance marathon, raised money on Sunday for families struggling with childhood cancer. You Dance has been supporting families of children with childhood cancer for the last 17 years, which inspired around 6,600 students to participate last year alone. The beneficiary organization, the Be Positive Foundation, was started after Andrew McDonough's family wanted to help other children after they lost their child to leukemia in 2007. McDonough's blood type was B positive, but it's gone on to be a mantra and foundation helping other families in need. This year, U Delaware raised over $1.7 million. And in case you haven't heard, we are right in the middle of Wilmington's City Restaurant Week. City Restaurant Week is an annual culinary event filled with a roster of local restaurants ranging from casual to fine dining. City Restaurant Week highlights the best of Wilmington and offers food lovers the opportunity to dine at some of the area's best eateries for unbelievably discounted prices. From now through Saturday, 18 participating restaurants in the area will be serving up an array of inventive lunches for $15 and dinners for either $35 or $50, depending on the restaurant. Reservations are highly recommended, so be sure to contact the restaurants directly. Some of the participating restaurants include Bardea, Dorsia, Tonic, Walter's Steakhouse, Piccolina Toscana, and many more. For more information, check out Out and About magazine. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Be sure to follow us all across your favorite social media platforms and take a look at our website. That's detvch.com. For this edition of DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. Go make those reservations for Restaurant Week, and we'll see you again tomorrow.